There we go. Yeah, it's on.
Right. So.
Yeah, why haven't you got a theme tune, an intro music?
Because I'd be sick of hearing it every time I have to do it.
Do you have to hear it? Can't you just put it on, or do you have to sit through the whole thing?
I think. Well, I've got the option. What have I got the option for? Branding. I got a countdown. I can add my own video clip.
Yeah, you can put a countdown on, but anyway, we're probably boring people. Sorry about that. We're boring everyone in the chat. How many people are in the chat? Hang on.
1.
Oh, right. Okay, good.
But this was Mike from 9:36, either yesterday or this morning. Or
that's amazing. Good.
So hopefully he'll be on here later.
Can't fat shame. Is that what's that? You on Twitch? You on Twitch as well?
Yeah, I thought.
All right, nice.
Give it a go. So yeah, Fran said that music video, which is Olivia Newton-John's "Physical."
Yeah, love that.
So yes.
And there was, because funnily enough, I got a friend who said, the fat guy in it that's trying to do the sit-ups and stuff. He's like, oh, that's so and so, and that's why I always remember that, because it's it's perfect for fat shaming. The whole video is a fat shaming video.
Well, it is.
And by the way, as the resident fat person, fat shaming is acceptable on this stream. Yeah,
unless it's aimed at me.
Yeah, I don't think so. You don't get to be one of us. If you, what do they call you? A small fat.
A small fat. I'll live with that.
I don't think you're not even that. You're just a normal person. So you don't get to piggyback off my victim mentality.
I'll get my fun cooker out. So, but yeah, well, there's many problems because the men are leering at a lovely Olivia Newton-John as well. So.
Jim said, sorry.
I'm going to turn the chat off for you.
No, don't. If you turn the chat off, I'm leaving. I need to have access to the chat straight away.
There he is. He's here.
Yeah, good. Excellent. That's what we need.
Fear and Whispers in the Dark. What is that? Oh, spoilers. I don't know. Is that? Oh, no.
Probably, yeah. No, you've missed one.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. This is part of a list. Beavis and there he is. Right, Jim said fat people are disgusting.
Who is Jim?
Jim is from the Isle of Man.
He's not wrong. Jim's all right. Who have I ever seen? Was he the one on your stream last night?
Yes.
Looks like he's got soul glow in his hair.
Yeah, I am very jealous of that. So
yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, no, fair enough. He's absolutely right. In fact, we are disgusting, but it's our own doing, so it's fair enough.
But you are beautiful, and I support you all the way there, Jay.
I think stunning and brave is the word you're looking for.
Back in my day, I say, you fat bastard, get off those pies.
Stunning and brave. Ah, la, la, la.
Evening, Dr. Impossible. Right.
The man who knows everything. Good.
A politician. Yes, I want to get some money in.
Does he know? Sorry, Dr. Octopus. Do you know everything about everything, or is it just films?
No, I think he's quite intelligent over us. So
is he? Okay.
Lizzo looks phenomenal. Apparently, yes, she can barely get out of the seat, but she's.
So in fact, I might have to turn my camera off in a minute just because someone's mentioned her name.
So you can knock one off.
Yeah, that's right. You've actually seen me knocking one out on stream, but it's certainly implied.
Hey, no catchphrases. This is my channel.
No, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, Dr. Octopus. That's another guy. This is.
It's too long. No, I know who that is, but it's too long to read out Dr. Impossible of Counterpunch 1984 every time. So
yeah, I need a nickname for him.
Fewer syllables than Impossible. Yeah. You're just VT. No.
Run VT, Errol.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just gonna enjoy a nice. Drink.
Have you actually bought that for this stream? If you have, that's excellent. If you had it lying around, then you're. Well, I can't be. Yeah.
I support everyone, and I'm inclusive on this channel.
That's
channel.
fair enough. That's fair enough. I don't look. I mean, about
all that Boilermaker.
The main problem with that isn't necessarily that individual that's involved. The problem is these companies hire these marketing people who obviously are completely detached from real life and expect everything to go right. Like, I mean, that woman, Jesus Christ! Like, did you see the interview with her when she was like, "Oh, our brand is old school and it's fratty and it's it's old fashioned and we need to attract younger drinkers and stuff. Sorry, kids don't drink. It costs, especially here, it costs fucking £7 a pint in London. Who's going out? They're not. They're just sitting at home vaping, well, having things like this, which is what I've got. It's childish vape.
Sex toy.
Because my cigarettes cost £15 now. So, like, they're not doing it. So there's no point in appealing to them. These people haven't got any money. Business is trying to appeal to people who haven't got any money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
They
really...
steal liquor from the dad's cabinet, rather.
Well, yeah, quite, yeah. And the dad's never got anything good because he hasn't drunk for about 20 years. You go in, it's all out of date.
With a line with the last few
Well,
times.
my parents used to keep all these bottles of everything. They always drank the same thing, but they had all these bottles of everything. And when you went into it, it was just like, fucking hell, like 60s whiskey or whatever. Not that I like whiskey. Yeah, exactly. In fact, actually, I know nothing about whiskey, so that might be good, but I doubt if it's opened.
No, I bought this under protest because I disagreed with what they did. So I bought their product, and then I'm going to just throw it away. So that'll teach them.
I'll show them. Yeah. Well, then Kid Rock, buy 2 cases and then shoot them with a machine gun. But in fairness, I think he probably had them before. He had them already.
No, I bought these special for this.
Right, okay. No, not you, Kid Rock. Kid Rock would have had them.
Yeah, I bet he's probably got shares in the bloody things.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, hang on. I couldn't tell you a single Lisa joint. I didn't know who she is.
What does joint mean? Like, is that a joint of pork or? Like, is that what? Is that? Does that mean song?
Is it? I thought. Well, Spike Lee joint's a film, but I don't know. I thought she was a singer.
Yeah, I think she's a singer. Yeah, I've never heard one of her songs.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I can tell you. Beers for pussies.
No, that beer is for pussies. He means.
Or people with fake pussies. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. With a sheeness. No, sheeness. Yeah.
That word just hurts me.
Dipping my sheeness in my Bud Light.
Yeah. Now the younger generation know all about that. I'm going to buy it in solidarity. I'm sure they did.
They might do. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So let's get through the comments and we'll start with a question. I've been known to have many tentacles in many naughty pies.
Nice. Good.
Perfect politician.
Yeah.
Inclusivity means cancelling people who disagree with you.
That's right, yeah. That's the definition of inclusivity. Yeah. It's a melting
yeah,
pot.
I got rid of my
only one idea.
I get this. Budweiser has always been Nat's piss. Yeah, it's never been on top of most people's list.
You're quite good at deciphering the chat, I have to say. You're quite good at deciphering. When someone makes like a spelling mistake, you could always know straight away. I'd struggle with that.
Oh, I can read.
But then you do struggle with general reading, I found. So there you go.
How much of this Boilermaker I've had.
Thank you very much. That's why I don't stand up in streams.
That is true. I'm surprised there's not a man in a bear mask behind you somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that reference.
Shining. The Shining.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
You're not a movie person.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am, but just not the top films you.
Oh, how many Wild Things?
I've now seen all 4. Well, actually, I fell asleep during number 3, but I'm trying to get through. No, because number 3 is ridiculous. Number 4 is even worse. So
number 4's got the best shower scene. So
I haven't got to that yet.
Exactly.
So I've seen 2 plus almost all of 3 and half of 4.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I went past. I'm drinking some cheap Plonk right now, so maybe Bud Light would be preferable. No,
anyone who says Plonk doesn't own anything that isn't cheap. It's like people who say settee and serviette.
Oh, actually, we're turning on the chat already. So what are we?
No, sorry,
9 minutes.
I'm sure he's messing. I'm sure he's joking. I'm not turning on you fans. You're one of my favourite people in chat.
What's the worst movie of all time? Alien 3. Apparently, he obviously hasn't seen any of the ones you reviewed. So
I'm not keen on Alien 3 either. I mean, it's all right. It's just such a shame when the CGI aliens come out, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, it's not. The joke is it's not even a CGI one. It's a puppet superimposed.
Is it?
Apparently, that's why it looks so bad.
It's atrocious. I can't believe
that. What's he going to watch? The OG tonight to Turtles. Because People are upset the new Turtles cartoon is going to have a.
That's right. It's Seth Rogen, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
and everything he touches goes to shit.
It is. He's done that Santa Claus thing, and now he's done.
That's right.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't count at the moment. Yeah, that is true. I can't count. I'm always getting years and dates wrong. What are your thoughts on John Wick 4? I haven't seen it.
I have not seen it either.
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
Wait a minute. On the last stream, I said I hadn't seen it, and you went, ugh.
Shut up.
Yeah, right. Listen, he's pretending to like these things that you like to get views. That's what he's doing.
Everyone is my friend.
That's right. I've got my camera mirrored. He's pretending to like films. He doesn't even have a video recorder. It's only that one in his TV.
How do I remove you? Where's that gone?
It's a grifter. So pretending to see
I will shill for any Disney material I can get my hands on. Oh, he's having a Mrs. Bucket moment. Or is it Bouquet?
Yeah. That's probably the sort of thing you like, isn't it? With your bottom and your hello.
I beg your pardon.
You know what I mean.
Casting dispersions about my sexuality now.
No, sorry, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
Did I? I can't remember if I introduced my gender to you. I can't remember.
No,
what it is today.
I just assumed it. I'm sorry.
Well, as I identify as a Land Rover.
Okay, right.
So
that's fine. Yeah, and your pronouns would be.
No, my Xena nouns would be.
Okay, sorry.
Get it right, Jay. God's sake.
So I'm old.
How long have we known each other?
I'm old school. I'm stuck in 2021.
My Xena pronouns are on a different level.
Right.
Echo's here. Hello, Echo.
Hello.
What do you think of the opening to Dark Fate?
I would never watch that ever. I wouldn't. I love Terminator 1 and 2. I even thought 3 wasn't too bad, but I'm not watching any of that. No way.
Yeah, long. Thank you. Yeah, John Wick 4 is 3 hours long, so put me off going to the cinema to see that, so I have to wait for it. What do you think of the chestburster alien in 1979? You remember 1979, don't you, Jay?
I was 1 year old in 1979. Yeah. I was 1 year old, not 1 year. Yeah. That's well, if he's talking about the effects and how they're not great. It's sort of fair enough because it was the 70s. There's no excuse. Alien 3, 1992, 3? Don't know. When is that?
Which one?
Alien 3. When was that?
Yeah, 92, 93.
Okay, yeah. Then there's no excuse.
What's John Wick? Could be a farmer down the road muck spreading.
Very good.
Does sound like a Devonshire farmer.
It does, yeah.
I identify as attack helicopter. Well,
that's a Piers Morgan thing, that is, isn't it? That's what he says.
And then
recently he's saying he's a lesbian woman of color. I think that is actually what he's messing about with on his uncensored channel, on his uncensored TV show that's uncensored unless someone wants to talk about the mystery illness, and then you're not allowed to mention anything about it. It's censored. So yeah, that guy spent 18 months scaring the life out of old people, and now he's got the nerve to say uncensored. It's pathetic.
Hang on, 3 had a hot blonde. Hang on, is that Alien 3? What are we on about?
Yeah.
Or is it Wild Things 3?
No, we were talking about yes, that's right. It does. Yeah. In fairness, they do well on the casting of girls in that.
I do not see color, sexuality, attractiveness.
Do not. I think there's a word for that. It's asexual, isn't it? You don't see it.
A liar, I was going to say that.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
See?
Yeah.
Remember hot blondes in video films? Yes.
Here we go. They're all coming out now. Good. Yeah.
But you can't say anything against it, otherwise I might go and hurt themselves.
No.
Yeah. I identify as a Lion, Robin. Then
the thing is, it's quite cruel what we all do, really, because there are a few genuine people who do have who do actually genuinely feel like this. I think the problem is
TikTok.
The problem is there are a number of people who, in my opinion, have piggybacked on it and are using it for attention. It's very sad, but
that guy got 1 million likes on TikTok. I'll do this. Copy him. 92 for Alien 3.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Die Another Day is underrated. That is not true. Have you even seen Die
That's
Another Day?
that's the last one I watched at the cinema. I remember I said the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yes.
the last one, and I really didn't like it because I think, and this is my problem with Pierce Brosnan. He ran like a girl, and it does. I don't believe him as an action hero. Like even Roger Moore, who was like an old man, he looked like he might have previously been some sort of athlete. But I didn't believe Pierce Brosnan at all. I did until he started running around, and I thought, what the hell is this? So I certainly didn't believe him surfing on a tidal wave into an ice palace or whatever happened.
That is true. All blondes are hot. Well,
I can show you one or two. but sorry, VT, would you consider yourself a blonde? That's what's it called?
it's the lighting effect.
It's
Strawberry
sandy blonde. Yeah. Yeah.
So no. I don't think of is there a famous blonde anymore? I don't know.
What, a famous blonde? What?
Whammon.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah, but
What?
I think if we scroll ahead, we'll find out what he was actually talking about.
How far ahead? Because I'm way behind.
Yeah, just keep going through it. Keep going through.
All right.
This is a chat show, so we don't want. Yeah.
What have you on then?
Don't know. Because otherwise, no one reminds you to read the fucking chat. So you just sit there talking to yourself, and ignoring everyone's chat, and then at the end of the stream, oh yeah, do you remember when he said that? Oh, he's logged off. Do you remember when he said that? Oh, he's logged off. Ridiculous. Anyway,
all right, carry on. Dawkins, who's Dawkins? You talk.
I assume he's talking about Richard Dawkins.
Who's that?
It's the guy who's like I don't know how I can say this, but I can only guess that he had an unfortunate incident with a priest because it just bangs on and on about
and on
religion.
And on.
Yeah, and on and on. Very good. No catchphrases. Remember? Technically, it's not my catchphrase. It's the Sugar Hill Gang's.
What's the most sophisticated film you've seen, Jay?
Right. Don't know. When you say sophisticated, do you mean art house bullshit that
Caligula?
You lot pretend to like, but actually no one likes. So they see, I really like that, but they never watch it again. But you have watched Home Alone about 40 times. So no, I've watched nothing sophisticated.
Yeah, what even counts? You must have seen
an example, and then.
Yeah, give us an example.
An example of something sophisticated film, and I'll tell you if I've seen it.
By the way,
if it's got subtitles, no. if it's got a whole host of English actors, no.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Terminator 3, and he's absolutely right. Yeah,
she was.
Was that the girl from Species?
Oh,
who is it?
No.
What's her name?
That Christina Loken was the Terminator. And
yeah, she hasn't been in much other stuff, has she?
No, she's. I think she's in a TV show now. I think she still looks pretty good. I think.
Yeah.
That was sad to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, the Piers Morgan, I think. Yeah. Remember that April Fool's Day stream you did? We need another stream like that. Hang on, did I?
What was that? Was that you?
Is that me? Did I do one?
It only been 5 weeks ago, so not that old. You can remember that, can't you?
I can't remember this morning. What's your favorite slasher? Well, I don't think Jay knows any of the main slashers.
I do. I like all that sort of stuff. I would agree. Mine is also Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, he's been...
Although I'm interested that you say that because your name is the Michael Myers fan, and you've gone with Freddy Krueger. And yeah, you're right. Freddy's Dead was pretty bad. Is that the one where he inserts himself into a Nintendo game and says, yes. Now you're playing?
I was wondering where that conversation was going, but
yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's really not good.
It's called mental illness. Yes,
but probably yes.
Call it.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to.
I'm no doctor, but
but apparently you don't have to be. So
Alien 3 is pants.
Yes, hello G, good.
But which cut? Because it's got two cuts. Oh, see, Margaret Robbie is she?
Yeah, that he just said, "Are there hot blondes anymore?" And that was his response to that. Would have been relevant 5 minutes ago, but that's not your fault, Fifth Beatle. That's the host's fault. For being slack on the chat.
We are very behind. We haven't even started yet.
Yeah, come on, let's just crack on. Good.
Crack on. Right. You guys should start a buddy comedy action movie. I don't think I could be in the same room as him. So,
No, well, we certainly couldn't be in the same car unless it's unless it's one of those special ones where I have my reinforced seat.
Pierce Brosnan's his favorite James Bond actor.
Well, I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Nothing. Did Stevie Wonder cut your hair? Is this a friend of yours or just someone?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right. No, I did it myself. So as you can see, it's pretty sharp. So it was actually a mistake. So I went to cut because I always do my own because I want to save the 12 quid or whatever it is at the barbers. Well, because it used to be like 30 in London, so I wanted to.
Barbers.
I wanted to do my own. And then, and I went round and got like number 3 around the sides and this on the top. I thought, oh, that's all right. But then I thought I missed a bit at the back, but I forgot to put the fucking attachment on. So off it comes, literally like a square. And I was like, oh, shit. So I've done this. So this is, I've actually got my hat here because I thought I was going to do that, but no, I'm not going to do it.
Posh flat cap. There you go.
Yeah. It's not posh, it was cheap.
Well, I think it's
I have got a genuine Stetson that I got from the Barnes Fair for 125 quid. If you'd like me to wear that one. Good.
I was going to say that haircut's pretty fly for 1999 or whatever.
I think, or for Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
What is your major malfunction? I always liked Alien 3, but Alien Covenant made me realize why Alien 3 is so hated.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Prometheus and Alien Covenant stuff. I didn't think it was that bad.
The trouble is they're well made, so it's hard. But then the story and the characters are idiots.
Yeah, no, fair
enough. Scream 3 is fucking awful shit.
Yeah, it's not great. Right, so I finally watched Scream 6. Have you seen it? Have you?
Oh yes. Spoilers.
Oh, it's been out for ages. Like anyone who hasn't seen it. Also, these are supposed to be film people. They can't say, "Oh, don't spoil it." I've got to rewind it and watch it later. Yeah, but I thought it was all right. Everyone says the end was a bit shit, but I don't think it was too bad. I think it was probably my 3rd or 4th favorite. I can't decide.
Ooh, praise from Caesar. Right. Hey, Rob. How are you?
Hello, Rob.
Welcome.
Rob, I watched your last video, the comparison between talking about Jewel of the Nile and Romancing the Stone. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, I thought that was going somewhere.
And I love the spinning around videos he's got.
Yes, it's very much production values compared to my channel.
It's definitely good, higher production value than you and your shelf.
Hey, I made that fucking shelf.
Not rewinding, not turning tapes the right way around. Well, I've got an echo on your side. Put your headphones in.
Well, you wish I had headphones.
Well, don't you normally have headphones? Oh, no.
I had that ready. I'll put it back to what it should be for you.
Very good, yeah.
You know
how to wind me up. Yeah.
What about mid-brow films? What the hell? What would you consider mid-brow?
I don't know. Well, as in non-highbrow. What? I don't know. You'll have to give me an example of something that's like a what you consider highbrow, or like, you know.
I guess American Pie is really highbrow.
No, okay, no, that's okay. Right, okay, fair enough.
Well, maybe. Well, going by the stuff that you do on your channel,
that
might be.
That's lowbrow.
Well, is going to be lowbrow.
Well, I don't know. I don't think The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is lowbrow.
No, that is a good thriller.
It is, yeah. And I don't think what's it called? Play Misty for me. I did that a while ago.
Oh yes,
But most of them are Lifetime movies or just total nonsense.
Good evening, Nos. Who else is looking forward to Barbie?
No,
it's
just
not really.
It's just not my sort of thing. So
it might be funny. So
it might be, yeah.
But I'll wait. I won't go to the cinema to see it.
No, fair enough.
For it. Jason for the 5th Beatles. His picture matches his options.
It does, yeah. That's right, yeah.
Am I fuck? There you go. No, I don't think it's going to be a hit unless it has amazing word of mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sophistication. Barbie or Titanic.
Wow. That's about even.
It depends how much flesh is on show in Barbie.
Well, there's not going to be any, are there?
What's the point then? Isn't there going to be any jokes about her not having genitals or something?
No, there won't be that, no.
Ah.
Well, they might do, actually. They might say something about Ken.
They might do it to Ken as a joke.
See, look, everyone, a man can not have a penis.
Oh,
That's what they'll do. No, right. There's going to be no more. Oh, because
I'm offended.
you invited me on this to talk about this sort of stuff. So
I was going to say about how the king, how happy we all are. We have a new king.
Well, I don't know if anyone wants to get on. Okay, let's go through the chat and then
hello,
we'll
Movie Mad. All right,
that's
never going to end.
That's going to split opinion massively.
Freddy's Dead is 3D. Was 3D? Yes, I had the 3D VHS of that. Well, the last 10 minutes that's in 3D.
Yeah. He's
going to see Barbie over The Flash. Yeah, Keaton's only draw to The Flash.
Yeah,
anyway.
I won't be watching The Flash.
No for Barbie, ain't my type of movie.
Yeah.
A View to a Kill is underrated. I love.
I massively rate A View to a Kill. I think it's really good.
It's despite the fact Roger Moore's barely in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are trying very hard to make The Flash a blockbuster.
They'll try. They're trying. Everything they're doing at the moment is just backfiring, isn't it? Like every time they try and big a film up, it doesn't work, and every time they try and play one down, everyone loves it. It's almost as if people are like, "Oh, this is whatever they say. Just do the opposite." They will. See, I think people are pretty tired of being lied to.
Please let Jay host. Jay's got his own fucking channel.
Jay will have his own show on Tuesdays called Harangue TV.
Whoa.
Tuesdays from 9 p.m. everyone, but not next Tuesday because that's my practice run.
Well, it's only implied he's knocking one off. Right. Oh, he's going to watch Barbie 6 times. Oh, that might be bad news for you, Not if you don't like it the first time.
Also, you're going to look fucking creepy going in to watch Barbie over and over again.
Pretty much no one goes to the cinema here anyway. Nazi haircut. I was thinking it does look like I
have not gone for the Richard Spencer deliberately because I'm talking about politics. But I was
thinking of Eamon Gurr from Schindler's List when
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. So not talking about that.
If he well.
Yeah. It's too highbrow for me, Schindler's List.
That is a highbrow film. So
and I already know what happens at the end because it's in history books, despite your opinion on what did or didn't happen. As we discussed last time.
Got a bit of a pain face. Oh, hang on. This one's going to upset everyone.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Is that the one with Bruce Willis's son?
Yes, in Russia.
That's shocking. I hate it.
That's bad. I can't defend anything about that.
That is a poor take. No, I think you're actually winding me up now because of the whole Freddy Krueger, Mike Myers thing.
Here we go. And definitely a buddy movie coming on. Gareth and Jay's Great Getaway, the Swansea Connection.
Oh,
I don't think I'm allowed back in Swansea.
Are you not? No, you are. It's just you've got to stay within 100 yards of a kid's playground.
Whoa,
that's what I heard. Not within, say outside, more than 100 meters away. So
my alarm will go off. See, we're with you. You've lost the chat with the Good Day to Die.
Yeah, he's gone. He's taken it out.
Oh, Scream 6 is already ruined.
Right. Yeah. Everyone. Well, do you remember? I think once time I was on this, and there was a guy come into the channel and just over and over typed.
The spoilers.
What happened? Yeah. Although I didn't remember it. That's the good thing about being old. Someone can spoil a film for you, and 2 weeks later you can watch it and then go, "Oh."
I do enjoy a lot of murder mysteries, especially Agatha Christie's, where I have no idea who the murderer was.
Well, I can watch things again, like a couple years later, and I've forgotten. Yes. I never used to be able to do that. It's the joys of Alzheimer's or early onset dementia or whatever it
is. See? Someone likes your
Good.
Videos.
Excellent. Thank you. Good. I'm very glad.
Jaws 4 is a masterclass in filmmaking.
I like to bring joy to people.
He doesn't know anything about films because he's dissing Jaws 4. See?
Yeah. I'm sure it is.
How do you think I cut myself making that?
Is that right?
No. Oh, it could be. Then Jay will definitely.
I'm not sure about that because old school Barbie fans. I'm not sure who's going to turn up. Like with Ghostbusters, it was a thing that everyone who loved the originals is going to turn up and go to them.
Well, yeah, who loves Barbie?
But yeah, exactly. I mean, who likes Barbie? Kids have them, don't they? But I don't think they're going to actually think, I can't wait to get to the cinema and watch that.
Yeah, it'll probably be a 12 or thing anyway.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
Ken is 43.
Is that right?
Is it Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Gosling.
Is Ryan Gosling 43 years old?
Jeez.
That is
I remember
depressing.
when.
That is depressing that Tom Cruise is 60 and Ryan Gosling is 43.
Yeah.
And I'm 46, 45. What am I? Don't know. One of those. And they look so much better. It's unbelievable. But I suppose if you're a Hollywood actor, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Well, what
And
about
also,
Meg Ryan? Let's get on to
they
Meg
probably
Ryan
don't
then.
eat pizza every night, so it's people get what they deserve. They've probably done some exercise in the last 6 months.
You're not going to Madonna's or Meg Ryan's doctors then?
No, absolutely not.
Get some work done. It will get good reviews by Cheryl critics, and it will open well, and it will die off that. Everything seems to be doing that, isn't it? What's got
That's right.
high critics now? That came out a few weeks
What
ago.
the critics like?
Yeah, and everyone thought this is shit.
I don't know. What? Can't remember.
It used to be 50-50, or someone agreed with, but now it's just like every film is awesome.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, it depends.
Yeah. If Barbie turns out to be shitbusters 2016, I'll cry. Yeah. I'm hoping it's good for you, Nos.
It can't be as bad as that.
The only good news I have to report about Richard Dawkins. He's married to Lala Ward, a Doctor Who companion, and Lala was married to Tom Baker for a short time.
Right. So he does know everything. It's not just
See, exactly, he does. I'm not ever going to play Trivial Pursuits with him.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a loss for a start. G-Man, Live and Let Die, and License to Kill are the best Bond films. Ooh.
Yeah, I like Live and Let Die. Not sure about License to Kill. It's all right, but
I like License to Kill, but Live and Let Die is the racist one, so of course he likes it.
The G-Man will be my Harangue TV co-host on Tuesday.
Oh, I see. Why don't you just come and promote your fucking shit on my show?
That's exactly what I'm doing. Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were coming on to chat with me, but no.
No. And by the way, if anyone wants a code for HelloFresh, no, I haven't got one. Would you like to call yourself Lord This?
Are you just going through your Daily Mail and cutting out coupons for people now?
No, this is what YouTubers do, isn't it? They fucking throw in like what was that one called? Where you buy a plot of land in Scotland and you can call yourself a lord or lady.
I have a square foot of land in Scotland.
Okay, you do realise it's totally not legal and it doesn't work, and you are not a lord. You can't actually do this.
No, I'm a laird. Which
no, it's not. You're not actually not. It's not real. It's not real. It's bollocks.
If you look outside tonight, look up at the moon, you'll see my plot of land on there as well.
Yeah, you've got a car of you, and that's been sold to everyone else.
So when they find unobtainium on it, I'll be quids in.
Yeah, I bet if they did do that, they wouldn't go, oh, hang on, according to astrology.com, this one belongs to Video Tasties. So we have to give him all the money.
See? Can't lose. All right. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Only way I could watch Barbie if there was a steamy sex between involved robot. Yeah. She's only done one so far, hasn't she?
Can't see that happening. Which one was that in?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen that.
So I don't think it was in Neighbours, but
no, they tend to avoid that.
Spectre is underrated. Oh dear. No Time to Die is good, except that fucking shit I hate. Oh.
Right, that he is raging on his keyboard.
Yeah, that's capitals. I'm surprised.
Where's your Nightbot? Where's your Nightbot?
Yeah, I think if it's all capitals, Nightbot.
Right, okay, that's fair enough. Spectre, haven't seen it because I sort of gave up on Bond after the first Daniel Craig one.
Yeah, Spectre's I don't enjoy.
No Time to Die. That's the other one, isn't it? Sorry, I did watch the other. I watched the Daniel Craig one that's like Home Alone, but with James Bond. The one with the
that's Skyfall.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he's
right about the ending. Absolutely.
I read a Silly Holiday Reporter article about Michael Shannon. That was it. I was trying to think of it. He was defending them. Michael Shannon said I support them. I thought, who's he? How many people is he supporting? But then I read further. It's just Ezra for now. The only real good Die Hard film is the first one. Ooh.
No, I love 2 and I love 3 as well. Actually, I think 3 is my favourite one.
3 is the most rewatchable, I think.
Yeah,
I've seen.
I think it's.
I watch Die Hard every year anyway, but
yeah.
If I fancy a good old fashioned 90s action film, it's going to be with a vengeance. Oh, here you go. What's the most offensive thing you've ever said to a supermarket?
Unfortunately, I can't repeat it. But I was 3 years old and my mum was fucking embarrassed. But I cannot say it on here.
Talking at 3? How?
Well, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was very early. But I actually feel guilty about it now because of how bad my mum must have felt when I said this to the poor woman at the. But anyway,
Did you misgender her?
no,
Shim.
no,
Well, you just said it was the worst thing that could happen.
no, it was worse than that. So anyway, let's just leave that and move on. I'll tell you off camera.
I'll just repeat it to everyone anyway.
You can, but I'm not saying it because it's not fair on your channel. So.
I don't speak to supermarket workers; they're beneath me. So
that's what I should have said. But that's the answer I should have given.
True story. I taped View to a Kill when ITV first screened it, and I've watched it so many times that the tape snapped.
Right.
I can believe that. Did you cut the adverts out? And then every time you watch the film now, on like DVD, you expect adverts to come on. I have homophobia forever on my record for the darkest fucking joke I've ever.
Oh well, I want to hear that. And you're sat behind a fake logo and name, so you can say it. So you can put it in the chat.
He can still be tracked down, and
probably.
YouTube will definitely pick that one up. Oh no, Jaws: The Revenge is the only short film we thought was shite.
Yeah, it's appalling. Well,
have you done Jaws 5 yet on your channel?
There isn't. Oh, you mean Cruel Jaws? No, that's been done to death by a lot of people. Actually.
It has 50% stock footage.
Yeah, incredible.
A joke is a joke, mate. Yeah. Tell everyone that. I have a confession to make. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 for the first time the other night. Volume 2 was better than the first one. I don't know.
I quite like both of those, to be honest.
I do enjoy them, but I haven't seen the third one because I can't be bothered. It wasn't even an offensive joke. Now, Homie is on my record. What record?
Not if he means actual police. Oh, that's even worse. 40 years old, Jesus.
What is it with these whippersnappers on my channel?
Yeah. No, I'm saying that. Well, yeah, quite. That's true. I mean that is shocking.
80 something now.
She is.
Oh no, Bridget Fonda. No, I keep forgetting which one.
Jane Fonda is 80. Bridget Fonda is like probably about what 50, 55.
Yeah. Oh, JT's back. Yeah, JT does go dark from time to time, and then suddenly he pops up and messages a lot. Exorcist 2 is a better sequel than the theatrical release of it. Ooh, I like
Not seen the Exorcist. Oh, I have seen Exorcist. No, have I seen Exorcist 3 or the Omen 3? Omen 3, I've seen them.
The final.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
I was going to say the final insult, but that's Naked Gun 3.
Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah. If you made a documentary about Mike Tyson and then and you said, "Oh, it's going to have a woman in it as Mike Tyson," the critics would give it 100%. That's just how it is.
Do not give them ideas.
No, I know.
Yeah. You think I'm just all right?
I'll give you higher praise than that. So
all right. I still haven't seen the Legion cut. X3 has one of the best jump scares I've ever seen. That is true. And then what was it?
Is that the one where the nun comes out of the?
Yes.
That is that one I've seen, not the Omen. I've seen X3.
Okay. Because what is it? Black Christmas, was it 2019? Ripped it off.
Yeah, not seen it.
Sorry, homaged it. Franz, you really should check out the Legion cut. Yes. It's confusing to read. It is.
Yeah, it's a bit weird when I mean the fact that so many newspapers, even like the Daily Mail, I think the Daily Express do it as well. They even do shit like that. They put that in.
Yeah, you think how many people have gone to court? The transfer. Because the Legion cut uses like VHS cut back versions of the film that were because a real film got destroyed. So the cuts, it is quite jarring when it cuts to VHS quality. The Spy Who Loved Me and For Your Eyes Only are Roger Moore's best Bond films.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not sure about For Your Eyes Only. I think he's on a wind up, but I did like The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah. The VHS. It is VHS inserts, but the story is better because the the studio wanted it was called Exorcist 3, but there is no exorcism in the film, so the studio said you got to have an exorcism in the film, otherwise people complain. So they chucked one in, but the other cut doesn't have that. What's the one word you can say?
It wasn't a word. It was just a phrase.
Many
It
words.
was just awful. Yeah.
The one thing that annoyed me about Michael Shannon article is that he said that people were bullying Ezra. No mention of the grooming, bullying. They were.
It's really bad. It's really bad how Ian Huntley gets so much shit on Twitter, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? The poor guy. You know, it's just bullying. Everyone hashtag be kind. What's he ever done to you? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I think there's more to that. One of the Friday the 13th. Gosling is 42.
Still terrible.
Oh, the beginning. The 5th Friday the 13th.
Don't know. Is
that the one with more boobs or less boobs? I think it's more.
I'm not a Friday the 13th person, really. There's too many of them by the time I try to get into it. Okay, fair enough.
Batista, it's the actors that make the Guardians films.
I think Batista's really good in it. It does a really good job.
For a wrestler.
Yeah.
It was. Now you got everyone's asking.
Yeah, I know. I really wish I could say that, but I can't.
There's many levels. Men can't be women. Oh, here we go.
Well,
now
that's not a woo. That's just reality, isn't it? What's your first question?
So Jay is going to now answer. What is a woman, Jay?
It's an adult human female. But that's the standard answer. I'd just go with anyone without a penis. Who hasn't been involved in a horrible accident?
A eunuch in Egypt. What's scarier, Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2? Yeah. Well, yeah, Evil Dead is scarier than Evil Dead 2.
Don't
know. Oh dear. Yeah, you're asking the wrong person. So yeah, narcissist pronouns are they, them, but he doesn't throw a hissy when people. They, them has been used as a singular in the English language for centuries. Why is it confusing now?
The worst is when people get in a mood when, sometimes I think you can be in a situation where you would automatically use pronouns that aren't someone's biological sex. If it was convincing and you were for example, if you went to Thailand, right, you might say she and her. Just because that's what you thought, but it is ridiculous when these "it's ma'am" stuff happens, because it's like, well, do you know what? If you want to be a woman, at least make some fucking effort, because otherwise, no one's believing it. No one. And surely the whole thing is if someone believes it. What's the point? You're just going around saying no, that's not true to people who know that it is true, because you know it's true as well. Anyway, carry on.
I got there in the end. What's your favorite Danny Glover movie? Mine's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, mine's probably Lethal Weapon.
No, Jay likes the color purple, where he beats the shit out of Whoopi Goldberg.
No, I do not have. Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
No,
I misread the situation again. Any Moore film is excellent. Even Gold, which is sometimes mistaken for a Bond film.
Hey, what?
Gold. Do you remember this got from the 70s where he's
No.
in charge of a mine in South Africa? And something goes wrong and it's all collapsing, and he goes and saves everyone.
Have not seen that.
Oh, Evil Dead are all shit. I think JT wants to work with you there, Mike.
I assumed he'd be an Evil Dead person, being about horror people.
Freddy versus Jason is underrated.
I didn't think that was as bad as everyone said it was, but it wasn't good.
No. It's good to see them on screen.
I suppose it is underrated, but it just has to be because nobody else, nobody rates it. So
yeah, people do have to censor themselves these days. Yes, joke's a joke, and all jokes are meant to offend at least one person in the world. Yeah, if it's a good joke, it will. Yeah,
or else you just get comedians doing knock jokes.
Bernard Manning's career is in the toilet. I don't like censoring myself in fear that a sweaty kid in his mum's basement will get buttered.
Yeah, normally those are the ones on our side, actually. So he says live from his parents' basement.
Just made it look like a bedroom. See, if you move too quick, Jay's green screen wobbles.
It's not green screen. It's not green screen. But look, hang on. There we go.
Special effects there.
Right,
Look
so
at
that's ended that. So good. No more green screen.
that. Wobbly. Predator 2 is a good Danny Glover vehicle. So let's have a look. We made it to the end of that chat. So, oh no, quick. So Jay, what is the modern audience for films?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? What the audience hasn't changed. So when people say this is made for a modern audience, they don't mean it's made for a modern audience. They mean it's made for them, and that they just want pats on the back from their peers. It's not. There's no difference between a modern audience and an audience like 10 years ago. It's exactly the same. People who like films. People who want to watch, like, if you made a decent Star Wars, well, okay, Force Awakens, which I didn't like, took that out. Every Star Wars fan went to see it. It was only when they learned how bad what they were doing to it that they were like, well, I'm stopping watching this now. And I think Indiana Jones is really going to get hit for this because everyone knows it's going to be awful. Everyone knows. Well, not everyone. There are a few people that are still excited by it.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
No, I'm not. but I mean, those people are glutton for punishment because they know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, who is
and like what's a modern audience for like Lord of the Rings? Like, so when Amazon did that Lord of the Rings thing, you know who a Lord of the Rings audience is? It's Dungeons and Dragons people. That's where and the Peter Jackson films, they got people like me who had no interest in Dungeons and Dragons to watch those films, and I thought they were all right, and I probably would have watched others or a TV show had it not been panned and had I not known what was coming. But Lord of the Rings, you don't mess with people like that. And these are I mean, Star Wars fans are freaks, but like Lord of the Rings fans, it really is another level. You don't mess with those people. I can't think of a more not creepy, of a more like weirdo fan base than Lord of the Rings. Can you?
No, they know the songs and everything, don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but these films aren't made for them anymore, are they?
No. But they may as well, because I'd have thought they should make new stuff for kids, because the old stuff, all they're doing is destroying their audience with it, and they're making them not come back, and it's not good enough to keep kids involved. Do you know what I mean? It's not the standard. Like, I mean, a lot of people our age will hear the Star Wars intro music and get excited, or would have done, but will not anymore. And that's quite sad. Whereas Harry Potter did it for the next generation. Harry Potter stuff, like people get, they hear that music and they're like, ooh.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you're a fan of Harry Potter. I've obviously not read the books, can't read, but I really like the films.
Well, the first book's like 3 pages, and then the last book's like bigger than the Bible.
Right,
isn't it?
okay, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Right, live from his basement. His mic.
Oh,
here we go. Yeah, good.
What's up, guys? Can you
hear in a different room today, are you?
No, I'm always in this fucking room. What are you talking about?
Just for the angle's different.
It's not even my room.
Camera.
This is my son's room. That's not even my room. I can't even afford a computer, so this entire setup is my son's. If he's in work, then
it sounds like you might have once had one, but some cunt got in the window and took it from you.
Yeah.
Is that a blue Yeti?
Yeah.
Right, told you. You should have one of those. I've been telling Gareth to get one.
I've got my.
Jay, what camera have you got? Because your camera looks fucking.
Yeah,
smart.
that's Sony ZV E10.
How much is that?
That was expensive.
Yeah,
What you pay
camera I've got like £100. So,
but a lot of them, if you've got an iPhone, some of the newer iPhones, the cameras on those are brilliant.
My phone's like 2018. That's like Google Pixel 3. It's
fair enough. Okay. Well, when you get an upgrade, do that. Anyway, enough geek chat.
Let me just fucking rant about the movies for briefly. It's like the 0.5% make movies for the 5% who don't even go to the fucking cinema, and the 95% miss out.
Yeah.
The people who pay the money, they count out to the people who don't even go to the state. These people, they spend all day on Twitter, a bit like me. But at least I do go to the cinema and spend some money. These people just spend all day on Twitter arguing the fuck with anyone and everyone. They've usually got blue hair. The pronouns are always in the bio every fucking time. Always pronouns in bio.
Yeah.
It's just they've always got the Ukrainian flag in the bio. For some, Ukraine, such a lovely country. No Nazis in Ukraine. You know, it's all like roses and sunsets in the Ukraine. There's nothing dodgy about the Ukraine. Lovely country. You know.
But if they didn't have the Ukraine flags in their bio or next to their name, then Putin would win. So they have to. I mean, how it's the last bit of thing we can do from here is just put that flag outside, put it on Facebook, do whatever you can, because that's the equivalent of going over there with a gun, isn't it? Really?
There's a guy on There's a great sketch for a guy. It's on Netflix. He's called Anthony Jeselnik or something. He's like
he's
comedian. And he talks about, goes every time there's a disaster, every time there's a Boston or, whatever it is, wherever mass shooting goes, the same people always do exactly the same thing, hearts and prayers to the victims. Oh, yeah. It's like all they're saying is, don't forget about me today. That's all it's about.
Exactly
it's about.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Speaking of Twitter, I saw you got a fair bit of shit for your comment about Ash Sarkar.
Oh yeah,
and the Cornish people not liking woke Londoners.
Yeah,
fucking hated that.
But on the plus side, I've also got well over 100 likes on a comment. Yet, did you see that woman on the BBC during the coronation who called the balcony terribly white?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
So I just replied something like race baiting, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's got over 100 likes, that comment now, and she's like restricted who can reply to her tweets as well.
I love it when they restrict replies.
Yeah, it's just basically you're just admitting you're wrong.
Yeah,
it's like imagine me going to like Nigeria, and complaining that their royal family was too black.
Yeah,
I mean that is literally what she's done. And the BBC.
Hang on. For some balance, it's not like just you waltzing over there and doing it. And I'm not saying this is what necessarily happened to her family, but if your ancestors were taken from Britain and moved to Nigeria and didn't have money to get out, it's a bit like you saying it then. I mean, it's still ridiculous. I'll give you that, but it's I'm glad. By the way, it's good, VT, that you've got such a balanced panel for political discussion. I thought so. You've got like far right and alt right. It's brilliant.
Which one am I?
Yeah, but
you can pick. I'll take the one on the right. So,
Mike was at the coronation this week, I bet.
No,
right.
I don't like the royal family. I don't, but I do think that it's bigger than them. So I think the actual whole royal family, the whole history means something, and I don't want to become like fucking France and just have a president. So I'd rather be, as much as fucked up as they are, I'd rather keep them just as some sort of semblance of, stability. So, but
I was asked today when I was talking about how I didn't like it. Someone said, "Oh, would you rather have President Tony Blair?" And I was like, probably yes, because I mean, I just think it's inappropriate in like I don't think there's anything wrong with really what France have done. At least the president is elected, and probably correctly, not like some other Western democracies, but yeah. But I didn't watch a bit of it. I don't really have much interest, to be honest, in coronation and stuff.
I didn't watch any of it.
No.
Did anyone queue to go see the Queen's?
No. That's fucking just grief tourism, isn't it?
12 hours waiting.
And people say, "Oh, look, I care about it more than you do." I'm the saddest about it. It's pathetic.
Yeah, all these people with their Union Jacks made in China.
yeah. Well, what really bothers me? I'll tell you, it was the was it the Silver Jubilee? I don't know. It's about must have been 2012 or something. There was some sort of
Diamond Jubilee.
Was that then?
Yeah, the 60 years with the Queen. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you. There were people like I lived in Putney. There's people waving these flags by the river in the pit of a fucking recession, right? after the financial crisis, at a fucking boat that cost 10 times the average house price of the UK. I thought, what the fuck is this? This is mass fucking hysteria and brainwash. I can't. It is. I think it's massively inappropriate, totally inappropriate in a modern democracy. But that's my personal opinion. I totally understand. Do you see? You're not a Liverpool fan, are you, Mike?
Why?
No.
I mean, to be honest, to be fair, I've kind of like just totally disconnected from football over the last 10 years.
This season? All right.
No,
okay,
just in general, in the last 10 years, it just became more and more just about money and about. It just became like it's season tickets now for the Premier League teams. You're talking over £1,000. I mean,
How much is
places,
a t-shirt now?
it's ridiculous now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like ties in with like social media. And it's just too much now. It's just driven. You know what I mean? It's too much.
Yeah.
You can't like focus on one thing. You've got to just detach from some things now because it's with social media. It's stressful.
Yeah. The reason I ask is Jordan Henderson's just been getting a load of shit for singing along to the national anthem because they were made to play it at all Premier League games.
Yeah, Liverpool fans.
because it's Liverpool. It's like, oh, how dare you? Because they do tend to treat. Sorry, I say they're you. Or no, I'm not saying you because I doubt you're one of these. That tend to drag as if everyone who lives in Liverpool has to follow this certain way of thinking.
Liverpool's terrible for like groupthink. You know, if you think outside, you know, Liverpool's voted Labour for like the past like 50 years, and it's like it's just ingrained. I mean, I would never vote for Labour. I would never vote for Conservatives. I don't vote for anybody because I think they're all just fucking charlatans. But you know, it's like well, my dad voted for Labour and my mum voted for Labour, so I'm going to vote for Labour. You know, Labour has done fuck all for Liverpool. You know, it's better than it was in the 80s, but so's every other city.
Yeah, well, that's
you know,
right. Yeah.
You know, most cities were a shithole in the 80s, and whether under Conservative or Labour. But yeah, I mean, I just don't.
Hang on. It certainly started off like that. A lot of places did start improve. Well, the country definitely improved towards the late 80s. I'm not saying that's because of Thatcher. But it's because of certain economic policies which helped the West massively at the time, in my personal opinion.
Voodoo economics.
But by the way, is that Corona?
Oh yes,
unfortunately owned by
Okay, right, yeah, it is. Yeah, I was just going to get you. So we've got 3 people on this stream, 2 of which have bought AB InBev products. Excellent.
Anheuser-Busch for the win.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, but it's kind of similar to the whole like the Sun issue. You know, the Sun. Nobody in Liverpool buys the Sun, but they'll still subscribe to Sky Sports. It's still it was all owned by Rupert Murdoch. So
yeah,
no, I know.
I know. A lot of these things are pointless. Yeah, I agree.
It's like
if you're not
I'm going to make a stand. I'm going to make a stand against the newspaper, but I want my Sky Sports. I want my football. You know, so
exactly. It's very easy. It's very easy to make a stand against the Sun because people can just buy the Daily Mail or the Mirror.
Yeah,
it's not so hard to when people are going against something like football. Like I mean, how many people boycotted the World Cup in Qatar, even though they were all saying they were going to? Just didn't do it because everyone's that is a captive audience fully.
Yeah. I mean, everybody who makes a stand against the World Cup, but just the more you try to virtue signal, the more you're going to make things difficult for yourself because you're always going to come unstuck. People like Gary Neville banging on and on constantly before the World Cup, always complaining, always this, that, and the other, complaining about the government. But then he still went to Qatar, took the money, and he said, "Well, I can make a change from there." And you didn't need to go. You could have
he had no intention of making any change.
Gary Lineker, I fucking hate Gary Lineker so much.
Yeah, both of those, Lineker, Neville. I can't. I mean, it's just
champagne socialists.
Yeah,
Gary Lineker, you know, lives in probably the whitest part of London in like a multi-million, 15, 20 million pound house.
Yeah, he was my neighbour 2 years ago.
Was he?
No, I was. Hold on, I didn't. Wait a minute. I didn't live on his street, but I was a few streets down.
Just on Millionaire's Row, not Billionaire's Row.
I mean, obviously his house is ridiculous. It's a nice house.
But we've got a young person that wants to join. We've got Nick. Hello, Nick. He's muted. There we go.
He's on that.
Yeah, is this mic working?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Nick.
Hello.
Are you a
Jay,
Liverpool
that's your name,
supporter?
Jay. I don't even watch football. That's my answer. That's my answer. I don't even watch football.
How old are you?
I am currently the age of 15 years.
Oh my god!
I don't think you're old enough.
This is a rated R stream, isn't it, Gary?
It is.
Actually, I can't see it, but have you put on age restriction? Because you've been putting age restriction on yours recently, or is that only when I'm putting on? Right. Okay.
Not this one yet. But
no, fair enough.
Automatically,
it's been pretty tame. Yeah. Right.
So far,
Nick,
it's been a bit tame.
Nick, where are you on modern Hollywood?
Modern Hollywood, I think sometimes it's a bit of a mess. Sometimes it's not a mess. Currently, it's not very original. I've noticed that horror movies have definitely gone very downhill recently.
Right.
Which I never thought I'd be saying because horror used to be my favorite genre. But recently, I've just not been connecting with any new horror films, especially with Evil Dead Rise, because I was not a fan of that movie at all, surprisingly.
Has anyone else seen that? Because I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it
I've
yet.
not seen it, no.
Nah. I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Mike, because you're a
I
proper horror.
I don't like the Evil Dead franchise at all.
Yeah.
So I've no interest.
Same,
No, okay.
same here, to be honest. I've never been a fan of it myself. Though I've not seen Army of Darkness, so maybe there's a gem in that movie. But
That's
I highly doubt
that's
it.
totally different, really, from the other movies because it's just its own thing. It's
Medieval comedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Okay, I think I've seen that one. That's quite good. Well,
I quite
it's
like the
entertaining.
2013 remake. The 2013 remake I quite enjoyed. But that's because it had nothing to do with the original timeline. And I just don't like the original timeline.
Oh,
Fair enough.
not even the character of Ash.
I've never really connected with Ash. No. I
So what?
always think
What's your favourite horror films, and what are they?
Yeah, go on.
favorite horror films. Well, my favorite horror film of all time is Scream, the original Scream.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
And my favorite horror franchise is Friday the 13th. Because
Oh,
I've
good
just
choice. Good choice.
I've loved that franchise for such a long time, honestly. I remember the first Friday the 13th movie I watched was part 3 because I'd found that he gets the hockey mask in part 3, and I'm like, man, I'm going to start from part 3 then. I've screwed part 2 and 1. Even though part 2 is actually pretty good, but I've never been a fan of part 1, to be honest.
See, they haven't had a chance to ruin Friday the 13th because the last movie was 2010. So
Yeah.
if they did really
3 years.
reboot it now, I'd dread to think what it would be.
Well, we're getting that prequel series from A24.
Oh, God,
Final-
don't remind me of that.
I don't know. Obviously, Nick, you won't be able to answer this. But I remember when Scream came out, it wasn't really considered a horror film, as far as I remember. Like it was like
I guess
more
a
of a
whodunit thriller.
I suppose a teen slasher, but more of a. Was it? I got the impression it was a bit of the light-hearted side,
Oh yes.
intentionally, or was it not?
Yeah.
Have I just misremembered that?
No, it was. Yeah, it was
Right.
meta as whatever.
But now it's considered horror, a full horror, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, it's a horror franchise now.
not a very good horror franchise. I didn't like Scream 6 either.
Oh, I like that. I enjoyed it.
Jay, what's your opinion about the? Nick. I just want to get Jay's opinion about the plot armor of the two twins. Do you think they're untouchable?
I mean, right. There was just no way either of those was going to get touched, was there? You just fucking know it.
I mean, is it just me?
Or
No, it's not just you.
actually, the brother was called Chad, and he was an athlete, so you'd think maybe he'll go.
Yeah.
But
There was no way she was going to die.
No way she was going.
No way, she's untouchable.
She's got 3 points, so there's no way they're getting rid of her.
She has got. I had to think about the third point then, but yeah,
Nah.
you're right.
No, she's a woman as well.
Yeah, Chad only had 2. Yeah,
Chad had. Hold on, Chad had 1. Well, hold on.
He did. No,
Yeah, one
he had,
point.
Yeah, he had 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
that's what
don't
we
think.
need.
I think you can. I don't think you can get rid of 2 pointers. But you can always get rid of 0 or 1. And you damn well know that they weren't going to be the baddies, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
imagine the tweets that you'd get if.
Yeah, I mean, it did look like it did. The final reveal did look like a white supremacist family.
Yeah. What they should have done, they should have revealed themselves and then go, and we all voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Because that's what evil people do.
There was a 2-pointer that got killed off the ladder.
Hang on, was that a 2 point?
Yeah,
yes,
she was.
Yeah, it was 2 points.
Yeah.
That's right. Well done. Yeah, good. Yeah.
But she wasn't one of the main cast, so
No.
That was one of the things I didn't. Sorry, that's one of the things I didn't like about Scream 6 was there was just too much plot armor, and the third act just got so ridiculous to a point where suspending my disbelief didn't even work. Like I was trying to make sense of it, and I felt like I was about to fucking die. It felt like a Fast and Furious movie at that point, to be honest.
Well, and that is the pit. That is the pit. Okay, but Scream 5, they had a bit of a go at people like us, didn't they? With the whole, we don't want our franchise ruined, so we started killing people. Like I thought that was a bit off, but that's why I think I prefer 4 and 6 to 5. I think it goes 6, 4, 5 for me. Then 3.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Scream 4 is I reckon people don't talk about Scream 4 as much as they should, because that is probably my favorite Scream sequel. And I don't like many of the Scream sequels.
I really like. I like 2. I think 2 is definitely my second favorite.
Yeah, I like 2. They had the balls to kill off the love interest at the end, which they didn't do in Scream 6.
Yeah,
and he was a far more important role in that film in 2 than this guy was. He just walked around with his shirt off.
Yeah,
I was ogled at by the women.
Yeah,
we can't do that anymore.
But still a 0-pointer, wasn't he? So and that's when it gets to that time, it's like,
yeah. I need suspects for the Scream 7, I guess.
Yeah.
Will there be a Scream 7?
Yes, there is. Yeah, it's definitely.
It made money.
Oh, for fuck's sake, not another one.
It made more money, hasn't it? Hasn't it made more money than every film since?
I think so.
Yeah, it probably made more on VOD sales as well, to be honest.
Oh yes.
Or just the same amount. VOD sales are very through the roof right now because I don't know, people just don't like going to cinema, I suppose. Which, yeah, I can understand. Although Mario made $1 billion.
I used to love going to cinema. I used to go all the time, but so it just got too expensive, and I got to the point where I just didn't want to give these people any money anymore.
Yeah.
So I stopped buying physical media, and I just watch it at a friend's house.
I mean, I'm like that to an extent. Like, I don't like going to cinema if it's a Disney movie, which is ironic because let's forget the fact I watched Guardians 3 at the cinema the other day.
Right. Okay.
So I don't like seeing Disney movies in cinemas often because they already have enough money. They don't need more.
No.
They're running out.
Okay, all right. Marvel. What's your take? Marvel films. Marvel since Endgame.
Endgame.
I think it should have ended at Endgame. If that answers your question. No,
that's absolutely right. Yeah,
I've actually skipped a few of the movies since Endgame. The ones I've skipped are Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black Widow, and I didn't finish Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Which should tell you, the fact I didn't finish it should tell you that I wasn't a fan of it. There've been some good stuff, like the first 3 episodes of She-Hulk were.
Yeah, I watched that one, but there's
nowhere I was watching more than Marvel.
Nowhere I was watching Thor. Nowhere I was watching Doctor Strange and the Miracle of Madness, whatever bullshit that is.
Does anybody know?
Oh, Doctor.
Can anybody explain what the difference between phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? I haven't got a fucking clue. All I know is for me though, phase 1 is everything up to and including Endgame, and phase 2 is everything since. What the fuck is phase 4? And phase...
I don't know. They're always going on about that.
I don't know. What does it mean?
There's not. There doesn't seem to be any sort of landmark thing in it.
What is the movie? What is the movie that separates phase 1 from phase 2 and phase 2 from phase 3?
I think it's the original Avengers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Because the Avengers was the end of phase 1 because it's this big event. Yeah, it's a big event at the end of every phase, which I'm not going to watch the big event of phase whatever. Just can't be bothered.
What was the big event at the end of phase 4 then?
Exactly.
It's been phase 5.
Fuck, there wasn't one. There wasn't one.
Yeah,
it was Black Panther 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Wakanda Forever.
It wasn't really a thing, was it?
But yeah.
Oh god, the start of phase 5 was even worse. The start of phase 5, we had Ant-Man 3, and that was I was caught the dumpster fire.
I've got an hour in, and I'll have to revisit it, but yeah, it's not good.
I watched it in cinemas, and when
it doesn't get better.
They took Evangeline Lilly, who's an attractive woman, and just made her just. What have they done to it? What that hair? What is that hair? That haircut? What is that?
It's Dudley Moore. So
it's almost like they've said, right? Phase 5, attractive women. Oh no, out. Sorry, get that chopped off.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Wasps actress. I forgot her name, even though you just said it a minute ago.
That's no Evangeline Lilly.
She's kind of like Courtney Cox, where the haircuts just seem to get worse in every movie. Like Courtney Cox has got worse in every Scream movie.
Oh, hang on. I've got Courtney Cox's worst haircut in Scream was 3, surely.
3, yeah.
That fringe is atrocious.
As much as I don't hate Scream 3, yes.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox in Scream 6 is looking rough. Really rough.
Yeah, but you still would.
So much Botox.
Still would. There's no. I mean,
so much Botox.
We thought about Jay's Monica fetish.
What? Well, I better get some chat then.
Come on, let's see where I left off an hour ago.
We can try making conversation. What's everyone's favorite movie of the year so far?
don't think I've seen one.
Oh, mine would be Triangle of Sadness, probably.
That was this year. I've not seen that.
Well,
That was this year.
I saw it this year. It came out at the end of last year, but I saw it this year. So.
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite movie
I'll check the
released this
IMDb.
year so far has to be John Wick 4, easily.
Yeah, everyone's saying
Followed
that.
by Super Mario. Followed by Super Mario Brothers. I will take that statement to my grave.
Right. I don't think I've seen anything released in 2023. Well, I have, but they're Lifetime movies.
Wait, yeah. I don't think I'll be watching those.
No, I don't blame you.
They're good.
I mean, I do enjoy them. There's no bullshit in Lifetime movies. That's one thing. They don't feed you nonsense. It's just a film with people in it and someone dies, whatever, and that's it.
So a bit like these shows like Emmerdale and EastEnders.
No. They do make.
What the people not?
Hang on.
They're not that bad.
Right. Those shows look as if someone is walking around with a video camera. Like I can't stand stuff like that. At least Lifetime movies, they've made some sort of effort with stuff. The
What's
acting is appalling.
movie?
So
What the hell's a
Lifetime movies. Right, okay, so in the UK, we can see them on Channel 5 in the middle of the day.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
they're
I thought they were Hallmark.
Yeah, Hallmark's another company that makes them.
It's a combined effort.
They've started going woke as well now.
Hallmark.
I've noticed they started going woke.
They have. Hallmark's always got there's always like a Christmas, like they do Christmas in the middle of Montana somewhere, and the townsfolk are not what you would see in a place like that.
It's like did you ever watch the Darling Butterfree remake?
No.
Yeah, so it's still set in 1950s Kent, but the pub landlord is black, I think, or is an Indian. The vicar's black, or it's just like this is a rural village in the 1950s. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know who these people think they're fooling, and why. And do they actually think there's like black or Asian people at home going, well, good, because I'm getting pissed off that there weren't any of us in the 50s. No one thinks that. It's so patronising. Grow up. Fuck's sake. But it's not achieving anything. And then you get to the backlash of this Cleopatra thing on Netflix.
I was going to say that was what I was trying to think of.
You think, what on earth are you doing? I mean, like, surely most people are like, oh, fucking hell, they've done this. What are you doing?
It's backfired. It's backfired in a big way because they've pissed off Egyptian people who aren't obviously, white. So it's like they're pissing off everyone now with this. So it's not like, you're just a racist. So if the Egyptians say we don't agree with this, what are they going to say? Are they going to say the Egyptians are racist?
I'll tell you to fuck this up. It's the people who made this who don't understand the difference between North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa, and so it's them that's got it wrong. They're like, oh well, you might be Egyptian. It's like, you do know that not everyone in Africa looks the same. You know, it's a continent, not a country. Like, it's ridiculous. They just don't. They haven't got a clue. But then a lot of people in America think Wakanda's a real place. So.
That is true.
and this is not me saying, oh, Americans are stupid, because they're no more stupid than people in, I don't know, Trowbridge or Birmingham or whatever. But like, there is a whole thing that English people are, oh, Americans are stupid. It's not true.
Yeah, represent Trowbridge.
Yeah. Sorry, if anyone's watching from Trowbridge, I'm sorry, but the chances are your IQ is lower than anyone else on the panel. So there you go.
Where the hell is Trowbridge?
Say that again.
Trowbridge. It's the place in Wiltshire that is just fucking disgusting. There's just no doubt about it.
Let me just check your sub.
Yeah, it's what people say about Norfolk and Six Fingers and stuff like that. I mean, it's got to be worse than that.
I would say, if Gareth, how close are you to Bristol? Because Bristol is supposed to be the most insufferably woke place in Britain.
I'm
awful place.
30 minutes.
So, I lived in Bristol. I didn't notice it then, but you don't really notice it if you live in Clifton or whatever. You just,
I used to live in Clifton. Yeah.
Did you? Well, we'll discuss this later because I don't want to get into personal details. But yeah,
the Alma Tavern.
Yeah, that's where I used to go. They only ruined it when the theatre people came in.
That was
just piss off. No one's interested. So many coming to
and they closed down Henry Africa's.
They did, didn't they? Yeah. Right. Anyway, sorry. Back to you're right. It is. It's the only place that they did a poll recently on something about.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I know where you're going with this.
And,
It was the one council, council in the whole of Britain.
It was
that
the
was
only
like-
one that said,
Yeah.
we need more immigration from boat people or whatever. It's like, just,
Even London, nobody, even London,
I know.
like
I know.
has said, like
Even Albania voted against it. But no, the thing is, this is one of those situations where these people are given an option here, and they've just picked the one that they think they should pick. Now, for most people, there's obviously a compromise, like somewhere between us and people on the left. There's a reasonable place where you can compromise, but some people are incapable of doing so. Like, it's like, why would anyone pretend that they think that, or are they so out of touch that they don't understand that anyone outside of their circle might have a different opinion? I mean, someone in Bristol, for fuck's sake, making comments about immigration on the East Coast. It's just a joke.
It is. So what are you doing to celebrate the King tomorrow?
tomorrow.
No?
It's finished. What are you talking about?
I saw millions of people on the streets of London cheering and waving flags. So where are they in real life?
I'd like to know what percent of the people there are actually from London. Probably about 1%.
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
And I don't mean that. I don't mean that the way it sounds. Like most of the people in London, like hate. Like I'm talking about all the people in London. Like you go to like where Corbyn's like MP. All the white middle class lefties there.
Yeah.
They fucking hate everything about this country.
Yeah. It'll be people coming in from Guildford and Surrey,
Yeah.
and where I live actually. The
exactly.
street party down the road from me. I got sent a photo of it. My friend sent me a photo. I could not believe how many people are there wearing those fucking tacky like plastic Union Jack bowler hats that get fucking whipped out at every point. It just looked awful. It looked like my worst fucking nightmare.
You didn't have a street party there, Jay, in your mansion.
Whatever. Right. No, it wasn't a street party. This isn't even my house. I rent, so you're trying to pin me out to be something I'm not. Just because I make disparaging comments about people worse off than me, it doesn't mean I'm rich.
Well, the only flags I saw were probably outside people that were old enough to remember the first coronation of the Queen.
Hang on, you've got bunting behind. Is that coronation bunting? What's that? What is that?
It's just bunting.
For what? What's it got on it?
Nothing, just colours.
What do you mean? No, it hasn't. What is it? I can't see it from here. What is it?
It's bunting.
I don't believe you have that. Sorry, you have bunting in your house all year round.
Yes,
just lying around.
I'm sorry, those aren't decorations. Those are for once and once only. You can't have that up in your house.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll tell the wife.
Yeah, or to bring her on, I'll tell her. Say it's fucking that love. Get yourself out.
Well, normally I have a poster there, but because there's no film involved tonight, I don't.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So it's obviously affecting your.
Have we driven everyone out of the chat?
I know. No, it's me. It was going well till I turned up, and the fucking chat's just gone.
Well, I think it's when it's getting read out. People think, "What's the point?" That's not a.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you ignore the comments, people just tend to leave.
They do. Yeah.
Let's get back to the comments.
Two of us here understand that. One of us is struggling with that. But this is going to get loads of people watching later.
See, let's go back to Dr. Impossible's here. He remembers picking up a copy of Fatal Attraction at the local video shop. When he opened it, there was a used condom inside.
Oh, I can't believe he picked up my copy of Fatal Attraction.
Some of them doesn't like the knees.
That is amazing. That is disgusting.
Cinema experience was the 89 Snow White re-release, and they showed a trailer for Fatal Attraction. I'm sure it was PG rated.
Well, you're right. They should not do that. They shouldn't do that today. They shouldn't have done that then. That's going to traumatise children.
To be fair, they'll probably start doing that again now with the current agenda going on.
Yeah, they will actually. Look, kids, sex.
Yeah. Drag queens for kids. It's all good.
No, wait, hang on. That's sex between a man and a woman. Get that filth off the cinema.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Quick, Barry, get your kits on and come and show the kids.
Hey, Jeff. Ooh, hang on. This thing. There you go. See, it's good to see that Jay is sophisticated and tech savvy. I think he's.
Oh, so there's something I know that he doesn't. There you go.
Yes, see?
Look at that. Yeah. Everyone's got to be good at something.
See, I don't know who Ash Sharker is. Oh, sorry.
Insufferable woman.
Not well. Let's say not our sort of person. I do think her content on Navarro Media is pretty good. But there's a guy who I don't agree with at all, Aaron Bastani, but he's pretty switched on. He does seem to get it, and he's like far left. But he's an interesting person to watch. But yeah, her opinions obviously I don't agree with, and yeah, I can see why people find her insufferable.
What's that UK right wing channel you watch?
It's not even right. GB News. Sometimes I like talking pints with Nigel Farage. Basically, Nigel Farage has become Alan Partridge.
You say right wing. I call it the only mainstream news channel that questions a certain jab.
That's right.
Years ago.
Yeah,
only ones who fucking brought any questions up.
That's right. That is the. And people go, "Oh, that's for far right people." It's not. It's for normal people. Everything else is unbearable to watch. They ignore everything. Like, it's just crazy.
So who owns? Is it GB?
I have no idea who owns it. No idea, and I don't care because it's their. They can do what they want. It's their money.
Because wasn't Farage interviewing Trump this week?
Don't know.
I think I saw it, and he's telling him not to keep saying the election was stolen because it's going to hurt him getting re-elected.
Yeah,
might be a bit late for that. Oh, he's a bit like that guy. Was it what's he
Hassan
from?
Piker.
Young Turks.
Hassan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's a prick
right,
as well. He's the socialist who lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I've never seen his stuff, but
yeah, that's pretty much it. Surprised Elton John didn't tweak one of his songs.
Yeah, I have to say I found that really stunning.
I'm not standing.
I really think that's. I mean, write your own song. Don't just change your own song word. And also, you could because Elton John doesn't write the words for his own songs. It's
that is true, isn't it? Bernie Taupin.
So you could tell in this one he wrote the words because they were so badly done. Well, that is just shit. Sort yourself out.
Ukraine is one of the poorest countries in the EU, up against one of the biggest military industrial countries in the world. It's a fucking fix. 2 tribes. Right.
Great song that is. I remember when they used to have that in front of the American football on Channel 4. That's good.
That's going back a bit. Even I remember that.
Yeah.
There was the local news channel downplayed the protesting at Cardiff yesterday by highlighting the 30 people watching the coronation on the big screen at Cardiff Castle.
They're always doing this. Like with protests, they hardly ever show anything that they don't want to show. So they'll show like 10 people when it's a protest like against lockdowns. But when it's a protest against something they don't like, if it's an anti-Tory protest and it's 5 people like in a pub, they'll make sure they'll do clips of like, I don't know, the Million Man March. It's in black and white, and they'll go, "Oh, see, this is the people protesting against Tory cuts." But no, it isn't.
So what about this writer's strike? They're worried that AI is going to take over.
Don't care. I'd rather it did take over.
It does pretty good.
Can't be any worse.
It's probably going to fuck up a lot of production. It's already shut down production on Blade, which, oh no, they shut down production of the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
No, please.
No,
bring it back.
Bring it back.
I need to see what the Scarlet Witch is doing.
Well, James Corden's out. So
I saw that. I saw he's gone. Good.
Yeah, James Corden's gone.
Hate that fucking fella.
Yeah, no.
And apparently he's a horrible human being. Apparently, by all
apparently it's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Who'd
have thought? Who'd have thought?
What are the stories about him? Or are they unmentionable here?
No. He's just apparently he's been in restaurants. The way he treats people, he obviously considers.
He's just a dick.
Yeah.
Basically, he's just a dick.
He's got a big ego.
Obviously,
I mean, to be fair, you're gonna have a big ego, but if you go to a restaurant, treat people with like some sort of dignity and respect. And who the fuck is he? He's failed in America now. He's back on his way to the UK. He's been found out. And like you say, fat people are disgusting. So James Corden.
He's not as jolly as he makes out.
That's
No.
Jim's quote, by the way. So yeah,
That's
shout out.
fine.
I'm just going to get a T-shirt with that people are disgusted on it.
I'll have to mark it up.
I reckon you get arrested. In fact, I think
probably
I
would.
get arrested for wearing a t-shirt like that. Well,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
if it was tight enough, I'd get arrested for indecent
Oh,
exposure.
yeah, if it's stretched
But-
out all over.
Yeah. But, no, I remember having an argument with someone on Twitter. Like, 'cause someone typed this, wrote this. There was an article about how David Beckham had ordered food in perfect Italian, right? And I said something like, "That's bollocks. We all know David Beckham's going to take years to learn a language." And someone went, and some woman comes on and goes, "Well, it is true actually, because James Corden was there and he said he saw it, and he wouldn't lie, would he?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
James
Fucking
Corden and David Beckham. It's kind of like the cool kid at school who makes friends with like the geeky kid who nobody really likes, and it's just like
Yeah,
and
because
he's
he's,
just made up.
he's paying him. He's paying him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like
But what about Beckham's acting career?
That's hilarious. What in that Rob King Arthur thing?
King Arthur film.
I
yeah.
could not believe when I saw that. I rewound that so many times. I was like, "Fucking hell!"
have I
Stay in
missed
your
something?
lane.
Have I missed something, David?
Yeah, did I miss something as well?
Yeah, he was so his mate,
his
whoever ran that thing, Guy Ritchie, cast
Guy
him
Ritchie.
in a film about is it Robin Hood or was it King Arthur? King
It
Arthur.
was King Arthur.
Yeah, and it's
Was this 2017? Because it would have been King Arthur.
that's right, and his part is something like he sees someone trying to pull the sword out of the stone. He goes, "You're never gonna pull the sword out of the stone," and it's fucking, it's just so shit. You've got to watch it because it's fucking cringe. So bad.
Well, I heard the entire movie was shit. Really.
I didn't. Well,
I know.
I've probably watched 90 minutes of it just by rewinding that clip, but I've never seen the film.
It's
Well,
King
I've
Arthur via Snatch, basically. Or
never watched it myself, but Michael Bay was originally meant to do it, but then he got turned away from it, which is why all that night shit was in Transformers 5, because he just basically had leftover footage and thought, I can repurpose this. That's why Transformers 5 ended up being Transformers 5. Fucking hate that movie for many reasons.
Is it any better than Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, or whatever? I mean, like,
I gave
they
up
all,
after
aren't they
one.
all
there's a new
shocking?
one this year, isn't there?
Is there?
Um,
Is it still Shia
yeah, it looks-
the Beast?
Yeah,
it looks awful.
Isn't it that Unicron, like the planet-eating fucking thing, which is like?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it looks awful though. I don't think it looks like an improvement at all.
Yeah.
Is Megan's Fox character like some sort of like transgender midget now?
She left the series.
Fuck, she still really wants to do it and no one else wants to do it. We need to give her points. Get her points. Although if she was trans, they'd give her 2 points.
I'd give it.
Oh, you got a Twitch follower. Look at that.
I got a Twitch follower. Welcome, sir.
Whoa.
Welcome, Adam.
I didn't even know what that meant. I was like, look, what the fuck does that mean?
Either that or he's lost 1,500 subscribers over the last 90 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, every time I have Jay on, it's a disaster.
Is that
Can't keep
right?
his mouth shut.
Yeah.
James Corden can go choke on a chicken bone.
You know he would.
Hopefully, he doesn't go out on that way. Oh, hang on, I missed the first one. Oh no, I missed that one. So fuck the Royals. This is first comment. When I went to see a football match, the game reminded me of the politics. Two teams going against each other, fans on both sides chucking shit at each other, hit the showers, and we're all friends.
Yeah. Except in politics, no one's friends because apparently we can't be friends. So that's sad, isn't it? Very
Why
sad.
can't we be friends?
Yeah.
You be the-
Jeff's still here. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff's on tomorrow night with From Russia with Love. With a
Nice.
very un-PC Bond that slaps the ladies in that one.
Oh, the good old days when he took what he wanted. Didn't take no for an answer.
Is that the
And
one with?
worse-
Is that the one where Roger Moore's like about 40 years older than his leading
No,
lady?
this is
That's
Connery,
Sean
this one.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so which is the Roger Moore one where it's like he's skiing?
Oh,
And he's like he's way older than
That's
the.
the Spy Love Me, isn't it? At the start.
yeah, that's
Or
it.
is
That's
it-
what I was
But he
gonna
also
say.
skis in Fiore's own. Fiore's own, doesn't he?
And a
Might
view to a
be,
kill.
Right, okay.
I think maybe
Snowboards.
it might be for your eyes only. It's not Barbara Bach. It's she's a young girl. She's like 20, I think.
I think that's
Yeah,
Fiore's own.
well, she
yeah.
gets
The
into
one-
bed,
the ice
but he
skating
kicks
girl.
red.
Is she like a
Yeah.
gymnast or something?
Yeah,
in it?
ice
Like
skater,
Russian?
figure skater.
Oh my god, how much
Yeah.
older is?
Well, I thought she was a child when I watched it, and when
I
I
thought
watched it,
she
I was
was
like
a child.
10. Yeah.
He
And
does
Roger
kick
Moore
her out
looked
of bed
like
and
a
tell her
fucking
to piss off.
granddad. Yeah.
Establishment always brings out the kiddies en masse for the Royals. If they can't get the adults to wave flags, go to the local schools. Brainwashing of the highest order. My son did have a picnic for the coronation on Friday. Although it was indoors because it rained. So typically British.
The joys.
Oh, hang on, one. Yeah, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman, as Conley says. That interview coming back to haunt him. So, Dr. Impossible.
Does it really matter?
Oh, yeah.
Here's a question though: if Sean Connery was the age he was then in 2023, and he made them now, and he was like obviously a movie star, would that be the end of his career?
No, they'd cover for him. They'd cover for him. Yeah, but I think a lot.
You reckon so?
Yeah. Well,
straight white male saying
hold on. What if he was like Alec Baldwin or George Clooney? I bet those guys can do whatever they want because they're so involved in that sort of thing that they'll
maybe yeah. Well, when you mention Alec Baldwin, I suppose.
Yeah. By the way, I actually think I do actually think that's a horrible accident. I don't think he deserves to be in prison. But
no,
you know what I mean. Someone like that.
Yeah, I think they went after him too hard. I think a lot of the people on the right went after him because he is like anti-gun and all that. But I think they went after him. It's like I can't. It's not his fault. He didn't like.
No, obviously,
you know what I mean. He didn't need to kill her.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I do see the irony of someone who's really anti-gun ending up accidentally killing somebody with a gun. But there's no way meant to. And if
it's still.
I think that was something seriously wrong.
He didn't mean to do anything wrong.
No. Well, actually, we don't know. I'm speculating. My guess is that he didn't do it deliberately.
I'm assuming he didn't. I mean,
if he did, then he really is a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst he's done. The worst he's done is shout at his kid on the phone. I don't think he's going to go further than that, to be honest.
Yeah. Did he not make up a story that his wife was from another country when she's not, or is that his wife making that up? It's Hillary Baldwin.
Another line is Alec Baldwin.
She pretends to be like Puerto Rican. Well, it's not another country. She pretends to be South American. She calls herself Hilaria. Is that right? Or is that someone made that up?
I don't know that one.
I'm going to look into that later. And
you investigate that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Sorry, where was that? Dr. Impossible worked for the BBC 10 years ago. I won't find a more toxic hellhole. Every night I compliment. Whatever that word is.
Isn't that contemplated the meaning of life? And that was working in the marketing department. I think you'll find that's just any company, isn't it? Where you go home and just cry yourself to sleep and think, what's the point?
Oh man,
you want to work for
especially if you worked for Disney. Especially if you worked for Disney. Geez, that would be.
That. Yeah.
God bless.
So the rules are, Nick, as you're 15, the rule. So here's a general rule to take away: just never get a job. Just get on the fits and just fucking start taking the piss.
Will do so.
Yeah, isn't the BBC an organisation that's got a paedophile like cast in stone above the fucking entrance?
Probably.
Yeah, literally, he had sex with his dog. He abused his daughters. Yeah,
allegedly.
I mean, I don't know. Who are you talking about?
No, it's not even allegedly. He did.
I don't know the story, but
it's something to Because I can't remember his name, but basically the monuments above the entrance to the BBC is a guy who basically had sex with his dog, abused his daughters.
That's fucking grim.
Yeah, they won't take it. There's a guy last year. A guy climbed.
What breed of dog was it?
Last year, a guy climbed it and started taking bits. He tried to take it down.
Ah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the police came and arrested him.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
That's the good old BBC for you.
Incredible.
Yeah, covered up Jimmy Savile for like 30 years. watching old clips of watching Fantasy Football League with David Baddiel and Frank Skinner, where they made jokes about Jimmy Savile. They knew. Yeah, Everybody knew what he was doing.
And also, you can't really say he didn't. I mean, look at the guy, for fuck's sake. It's like screams that's what he was up to. I know you shouldn't criticize. If anyone looked like someone a wrong un, it was him.
Yeah. Gareth's going to be deleting the stream after this.
He'll be deleting his fucking channel, man.
Yeah, I've lost 2 subs already. So
Have you actually?
Maybe 1.
Have you?
Slow down.
Oh, that's probably just someone watching one of your recent videos. Don't worry about that.
Must have been when I promoted your channel.
Well, I have to say, Gareth, I was very impressed with that you rescued that fish. I thought it was a really nice thing to do.
Oh, thank you.
Most people would have either ignored it or stamped on its head. But you saved it. So well done. Good.
The fuck did I miss? What?
Oh, the last short he uploaded was him saving a fish to hero music. It was very good.
Western Supermare has a pool that's separated from the sea by a walkway. And then, of course, when the tide goes out, this pool is left full. So you get somewhere to swim. But this fish, the tide had gone out, and this fish was just like flopping in a puddle on this walkway. So I just pushed it into the sea.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I'm gonna say what Jay said. Most people probably would have just stomped on it.
Yeah, they would. But that's
not all heroes wear capes.
That's what separates VT from other animals.
That's probably the single most exciting thing that's ever happened in Western Supermare. To be
It probably is. Yeah.
Although, what's that far right group? Political group?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Name some.
Proud Boys?
EDL,
in the UK.
Britain First?
Yeah, what was their old name?
How long ago we're talking about?
Well, that is pretty much the only people that get voted in here. So,
who's that? Oh, do you mean like? Sorry, are you talking about UKIP?
Yes.
They're not
That's
far
not a
right.
far-right group. Well, you really have picked a bad audience here.
It's like Combat 18 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. Okay, but this is what most people think. Most people, a lot of people.
Nigel Farage, who has interviews with world leaders,
yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't generally do that. That's crazy. But that thank you for demonstrating a media brainwash for us there, VT. That's excellent. Fucking hell.
I thought Baldwin was facing jail last time. Yeah, I haven't heard anything since he was threatened with jail. It's been about 6 months, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it would be
more than that. It's been more than that, hasn't it? Hasn't it been a year?
It's been a while.
I think I have a bad perception of time, so I'm probably wrong.
No, yeah. Baldwin was saying the gun went off without pulling the trigger.
I mean, I think if you've done something like that, I don't think you're going to be thinking straight, aren't you? Because just imagine if that happened to you. It wouldn't, because I wouldn't be. Well, no one would have me in a film anyway. Because as his mate points out, fat people are disgusting. But imagine something like that happening. It would just be awful, absolutely terrible. So I could imagine he's going to come out with all sorts of shit when in the immediate aftermath of that.
Yeah, it'll only go off. Well, I guess unless it was a very dodgy hair trigger, but yeah. But yes, it is a very weird statement. Yes.
Oh, and the fact that one more, and the fact that Franz guessed it was UKIP from your description is even more worrying. So that's another far right wing. I mean, they won European elections. I think they did anyway.
Why is my camera all foggy?
Put your hand up.
No, stick your hand right in the camera, and then just does the focus. And
it's perspective.
And then come back.
Is it?
No, there's something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's magic.
You have to wave.
Right, so let's have a look at something. OnlyFans. Is it?
What a way to fucking start a conversation. Yeah. OnlyFans.
Is it demeaning to women?
VPT, can we just say that you initiated a conversation about OnlyFans with a 15-year-old boy?
Yes, off you go, Nick. I'm sure he knows nothing about it.
I know way too much about it. Thank you very much.
Well, you might as well just say, is porn demeaning to women? I mean...
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, it is the same thing.
Like, if they're making money off it, then...
All these ladies that can pay off their house in like 6 months now and buy a Ferrari.
Most of these are only doing it because they lost their jobs for being attractive in the first place. You know, the fucking grid girls. You know, I mentioned this, I think, last night. Yeah, you know, ugly feminists complained that attractive women were making good money traveling around the world, and we can't have that. So we're going to cash your jobs.
I actually think the people that walk to the dartboard with Adrian Lewis, that's more demeaning than getting a kit off on the internet. And actually, the grid girl, I think that's pretty like. I just wouldn't. I mean, I'd be more embarrassed if like my sister was doing that than if she just shoved stuff up her for 20 quid. I don't know. What do you like? Am I on my own now? I think that's.
They all say, "I'll just start by showing off my feet."
Pretty naff and tacky, isn't it? Like, I don't know.
But apparently, it's bad for their mental health. All this requests they get.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on that one. I mean,
If I paid off my house in 6 months, I'd be very happy. So if
yeah,
anyone wants the link,
Gareth, I think Gareth's considering starting an OnlyFans, and that quite scares me.
it would scare me if we had fucking 1,500 subscribers. There'd be 1,500 seriously wrong people around watching that. Fucking
Like-
hell.
it's niche.
Not
1,500
just
men,
watching
more or
it.
less.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
How dare you?
Yeah, and
That's the worst
and
thing.
Jay, they wouldn't just be watching it. That's all I'll say.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'd implied that, but I didn't want to say it.
No catchphrase.
No.
Hey, I'll take on for the team.
Okay. Oh, this is now turning a dark corner.
The name of your memoir. Right.
Just. I've just seen
Well,
who
then
Franz thought was the hard right group. It was the French energy company. Okay, yeah, they do overcharge tariffs and have extremely long call waits for customer service. But I wouldn't go as far as a far right hate group.
They are building a nuclear plant about 10 miles from here as well. So
Are they? Oh, okay. Well, I suppose everyone around there's already deformed anyway, aren't they? So it doesn't matter.
See, he's picking on Trowbridge, Liverpool, now Western Supermare.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm only joking. Sorry to anyone who lives in those places.
Where do you live again, Jay?
I live in rural Buckinghamshire.
It's rural, but in the city. Part with views of Windsor.
Yeah, I'm not telling you the exact location because you'll turn it on me and say, "Well, people from there." So,
He was on about Putney earlier again. Can't stop name dropping Putney.
well, that's not anything to name drop. It's a horrible place.
Is it?
Yeah,
Posh, isn't it?
It went. It was shit. Then it went good, and it's getting shit. No, I mean
See,
the High Street's got casino on it, fucking Weatherspoons, everything. All fucking.
I
else.
always, to me, whenever I see London, it's always like you'll have like some like really expensive houses, and then on the opposite side of the road, it's just like a council estate. So you've just got these like hoodie chav types with just like machetes and guns, like mixing with like these people like on 6-figure salaries.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's bad, but that is Tony Blair's mixed communities policy. Whereas the French will keep them in ghettos so that they can keep them in big estates so they can, focus all their police resources there. It makes. I knew what he meant. I knew what he meant, but he did.
EDL. I see it now. Are any of us going to vote for reform?
No, is that Richard Tice? No.
I don't know who we're
right. So that's the people that used to be in UKIP that have started their own. But no, I don't like Richard Tice. I think it's annoying.
Oh, we've got a spin-off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to vote for Jay when he goes up.
I don't think you would. I'd have your whole town leveled.
Do it
thrown into the sea with that fish.
Christ knows what you do to where I live.
Well, let's not get started on that. I'll give you pre-warning.
I'm sure everyone lives in lovely locations. Just not
the vast majority of people in this world live in absolutely horrific conditions that we couldn't even contemplate. So,
well, this is a terrible country, though.
I don't believe it is. I think everyone is extremely lucky to be born even into a Western democracy. This is not. I mean, on what measure? What would you say is a good country?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, but people do say this, and they're actually seriously. This is such a horrible place. It's amazing how many people will prepare to risk their lives to escape to such a horrible place like England.
I know. I don't know what lies they've been fed.
Yeah.
Because they go from North Africa through the Mediterranean, up through the European Union.
No, they go from Albania.
I think that's the majority.
That notorious war zone, Albania, where there's just terrible fighting.
But
Yeah.
again, here's the thing I said about compromise and about a reasonable discussion. Like, you can't have that, because if someone's to point the facts out to certain people and say, well, okay, well, this is the deal. Most of these people are from Albania. They'll immediately go on the defensive, and they'll go, well, come on, it's not a very nice place to live. Like, it's richer here, so I think there shouldn't be borders and everyone should live there. They can't just say, okay, they can't have any. There's no nuance. It's just either, because if somebody says it, it's right, and if someone says it, it's wrong. I'll tell you what. So many people were hated the European Union before 2016, but because Nigel Farage said he wanted to leave it, they immediately went to the other side.
It's not just that though. It's like they always go after like the Western countries, the white Western countries, and say it's racist. They never go after Japan, who don't let anybody in ever.
No.
Like PewDiePie, who's like a multi-millionaire, the biggest YouTuber on the platform. The lengths he had to go to get like residency in Japan, and he still will never be regarded as Japanese. It's like even if you're like a third like generation Korean, you're still not regarded as Japanese. They are strict as hell, and they don't let any. Well, like nobody ever calls out the Japanese and calls them racist because
they wouldn't. Well, because that's difficult though, isn't it? That's an argument they'd have to have, and they know they're not going to win it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Japan
just like
Japan don't care. They're just like, well, if that's what you want to call us, fair enough. But just not.
I know. It's like
they don't
carbon
care.
emissions. Carbon emissions. People say, "Why don't you go to China?" And they go, "Oh, because historically, Britain is well done. We started the Industrial Revolution, so of course
that's the most ridiculous fucking statement that Greta Thunberg ever said.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Where would we be without the Industrial Revolution?
Yeah, but you'd expect that from somebody who never went to school.
Where would her fucking parents? Where would her multimillionaire parents be if we didn't?
Well, they're only multimillionaires now. One was a failed actor, and the other, I believe, was a failed Eurovision contestant. and surprisingly enough, they've pushed their daughter into some sort of limelight. So make from that what you will.
Okay, Jay, as you are a Bristol person as well, how about this renaming Colston Hall to the Brecon Beacon or whatever it's called now?
Well, no, that's the Brecon Beacons they want to rename.
What are you talking about, Gareth?
He's mixed two stories. Right, have you actually read these stories? You just saying
what the hell?
Beacon.
Brecon Beacons is problematic. The Colston statue is problematic.
We've lost
trying to take one problematic.
People.
They're not going to change the name of the pull a statue down and replace it with a Welsh national park. Whatever. No, I have to say I don't know anything about Colston. I don't know the history. I'm sure that the people that are doing this know more about it than I do. So I'm not going to say it because I don't know.
Because they're offended by Black Boy Hill as well as White Ladies Road, which is the main road in the posh area of Clifton.
That's pretty much where those two meet. That's where I lived.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you now. I was on Apsley Road. Do you know where that is?
Probably.
Which road were you on?
I was on Almaville Road.
Right. So you were 2 streets down from it. Yeah.
Oh, on the top of the what is it? On the Downs.
Oh right. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Anyway, I know there's I can, to be honest, I can see why people want that change, because that's something that you can see. It's a bit like when that was named. You wouldn't name something like that now, would you?
No.
You just wouldn't. Well, I mean, White Ladies Road isn't a problem, but like Black Boy Hill is a bit. People in Bristol just say, but it is a bit off. I can see why people want that renamed.
Yeah.
One street is like fair enough, but changing an entire like national park is just, to me, it's a bit much.
Well, what's the actual reason for them wanting to?
Because the Brecon Beacons is it something to do with global warming?
That's it. The beacon, the reason it's named after, because the beacons were not carbon or not environmentally friendly, and they don't want to be I mean, that is just pathetic.
Is that going to improve global? Is that going to make global warming go down?
No, that is just for someone to say, "Look at me, look what I'm doing."
Yeah, how'd you get warn people of the impending armies if we can't light the fires on the beacons? Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't heard from Greta recently either.
No. Although, do you know what? She's been faking her own arrest, hasn't she, in places?
What? This is the first time hearing about this.
Oh yeah,
she's staged her own protest. She had protests and then arranged for police in, I think, somewhere in Scandinavia to falsely arrest her.
There was a great quote from somebody on Twitter. I can't remember I don't want who to credit it to, but it was along the lines of, when Greta Thunberg discovers dick, she'll go quiet about global warming.
She must be. How old is she now? Late teens now.
Still a
No,
baby.
she's going to be in her 20s now. I
No,
think.
she's about
Yeah.
21 now. She's not a
Yeah.
kid
Is she?
anymore.
Bloody hell. God, time flies.
Well, that's why she's gone quiet, because it used to be the fact that people would defend her, go, "Hey, stop shouting at an autistic child."
Yeah, now she's an adult woman.
Now
so-
she's an adult; it's fucking fair game. So.
Yeah, and if she's straight, she's only got one body armor point as well.
Exactly.
so-
Yeah. Well, no, two, because that's a
Autistic.
disability, isn't it? Autism,
Okay, yeah.
and she's female, so
Maybe she'll let herself go as well.
2 points. She's the new Bridget Fonda.
All right. I'm going to wrap this up before I
Cool.
offend any one of my woke people anymore. So, let's
Or
start
lose
from
more subscribers.
Nobody woke is subscribed to you, Gareth. It's all just.
Oh, isn't
straight
it?
white
Oh,
men.
shit.
They might. I don't know. They might be. There was a bit of somebody had a bit of a push in my channel on my channel comments earlier. I was quite surprised because I was like, "What the fuck? Do you want to watch this? You must." I thought you'd have a sense of humour. I don't know. I may have misread it, but we'll see. Yeah, sorry, John.
What do you got coming up
have.
today?
You might have. Okay. So on Tuesday at 7:00.
Oh, yes.
I'm doing the film that VT suggested to me a few weeks ago about Corey Haim going into a school of girls, and it's called Just One of the Girls.
I've never even heard of that.
Spoiler alert: he is not just one of the girls.
And there is a shower scene with him in.
He is
but I
now.
can't show that. Yeah, quite.
That should be a double header with "She's the Man."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mentioned last time. That was good. That I enjoyed that. She's the man.
Yeah, that's a PG with boobs in.
Yeah. I also used to. I think I watched that at the cinema, and when I saw a woman walked in that looked like a man, I chuckled to myself.
So you're live tonight, are you, Mike?
Yeah, it's somewhere between 11:30 and midnight. I think JT is jumping on as well. So yeah,
He's out. He's come out of his.
he's come out of his shell.
I don't know
Wherever
where
he's
he
been. I don't know.
He just disappears from time to time. He's like, I think he's a spy or something. So yeah, Jay will be live. Mike will be live later. Jay will be live on his news channel, whenever it is.
At some point, yeah, one Tuesday. I think maybe next Tuesday or the Tuesday after.
All right, see you next Tuesday, Jay. All right.
Excellent. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
an easy one.
All
You
right.
got anything, Nick? What are you up to? Watching films.
Well, I'm currently working on my short film, so that's like the
Nice.
main thing. But whilst I'm doing that, this Friday the 13th, I'm also going to do a big video about, Friday the 13th, the entire franchise. So
Is it-
I'm actually going to start prepping.
So have you got a channel?
I'm going to start. I have a channel, but it's not very active right now. I've got to tell you, because I've deleted all the videos on there, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you've just said you're a short filmmaker, so you better be fucking good, or you're gonna.
Hey,
People are
I'll try my best, man. I'll try my best. But yeah, no,
There we go.
I've got that in the works, and the Friday the 13th thing will be in the works as well. So 2 big things right now, and then I do whatever the fuck after that, I guess.
Go to
That's
school.
about how I roll.
Yeah.
Just go off the rails.
Yeah.
So I've got this last few comments.
Sign up to Universal Credit on my advice. Get in there early; they can never get you off.
Yeah,
Apparently,
be a loyalty house.
Yeah. Loyalty points. You've been
Remember
with
when
them
Bridget
for 5
Fonda?
years.
Oh,
You're
back.
deleting people off the stream, Gareth.
No, he just dropped out. He's back.
Oh,
He's
he's
there,
he's
Nick.
gone. No, he's
Nick?
gone.
Oh,
Huh?
he's gone.
Oh, he's
He
still
is
there.
Oh, you dropped off for a second. You disappeared and popped back on. But no, you're still here. Yeah.
I thought you kicked me for a second.
Oh,
No, it wasn't me
you,
this
you,
time.
would, you wouldn't get kicked. Trust me.
Yeah, you wouldn't be back.
You have to do really bad to get kicked.
I mean, if you're asking for me to do something really bad, then I'll take the too.
Yeah. As long as you don't do it on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Poor Bridget Fonda, yeah.
If Ricky can't get kicked, then nobody's getting kicked.
Yeah, some of his jokes were pretty close to the bone. I enjoyed those. I mean,
What was this?
you don't hear dad jokes very often, but that was brilliant.
70s
What
dad.
was this on April Fools?
No, was it?
Oh, it was April Fool's. That was April Fool's. That went
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, Gareth.
Ah,
And then
I know.
I mentioned in the chat, and you're
I
like,
can't
huh?
remember one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're
okay.
talking
Right.
six.
I didn't know that was April Fool's. Yeah, sorry, I saw that as well. But as I said, my memory's
Yeah.
shaky. But
Yeah,
Nick,
that was an amazing stream. That was.
I
Nick,
enjoyed it.
Gareth's nearly 50. You've got to remember his memory's not what it was.
It
So.
isn't.
Yeah.
No, especially after a point of whiskey and beer.
Every day.
I thought get promotion. Greta's probably giving the US Green Revolution. No Bush is required. Have you been on the almond slices again, Dr. Impossible? She was smoking hot in Jackie Brown. She was wearing very little in that. Short shorts and a bikini top, I seem to remember. And Francis is going to be watching Fierce, right, as your recommendation.
Excellent. Yeah, it's very good. Enjoyed that.
I've had enough of this horrible wine.
And I'm glad you haven't said the P word, so that's good.
Blue Nun. Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Alan Partridge favourite.
Final thought. Who would you rather fuck? Bridget Fonda now or Gene Hackman now? Oh, dear.
Right. Okay, and this is a serious caveat. Is Gene Hackman currently still alive? It would make it awkward having him knowing about it.
Unless the news has changed, I don't know. He is very old.
Okay. I'm going to go with Bridget Fonda in that case.
Andy, neither. Too old for me. Oh,
sorry. If the option's none, obviously everyone's picking none.
You walked right into that wall, Jay. You walked right into that wall, man.
It wasn't what would you rather do, this or nothing, but whatever. That really annoys me when people do that. When you play what would you rather, there are two options. One isn't neither. Anyway.
Hey, man, it's not that until you walk right into it, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for my guests and Jay.
Yeah, thanks. Nice to meet you, Nick.
And
yeah, you too, Nick. Nice to meet you.
Nick.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm hoping he hasn't jinxed Gene as well. He's 90 something, isn't he, or 80 something?
Yeah, 90, I think.
Bless him.
91, yeah.
Fucking hell.
All right then. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.